image of Montreal as a metropolis. Many cultures are represented within me, as my structure is made up of alphabets from 8 different languages. I am said to reflect the cultural diversity of Montreal, a city in which everyone should feel they can find a place to call home.
So my name's Catherine. I'm 21 and I'm studying communication studies at Concordia. I'm from Damascus, Syria, and I moved here with my family, my mom, my dad, and my little brother. Well, my parents applied to immigrate here like 7 or 8 years ago. And it's because there's better universities, obviously, and because they wanted us to like see different parts of the world. We've been living here for almost 2 years and a half now. When I first arrived, I was really tired because it was a long flight, but I was really, really excited to see a new city because I had never been outside of the area. Like, I've never been to North America. And yeah, I remember I was even excited to see the airport and the area around the airport, which is, it's not that pretty. And yeah, I was just like so mesmerized with everything, like the different nature, the different like style of buildings, and the people. And it was in September, it was in the fall, so the trees were all turning orange and red, which is something I'd never seen in real life before. I'd only seen in pictures, and that was really interesting. Like a few months after I came here, I went to a French school. So like you have to do that to like learn French and go into the culture. And there were lots of immigrants there as well. So yeah, it was interesting to learn about people from different cultures. And I remember that's what I really liked about the city, is that I got to meet people from a lot of different cultures and countries in just one space. And yeah, everyone was like me. They're kind of lost, kind of confused, like trying to get to know people without like crossing borders that you don't know. Well, I guess Montreal is a place that's welcome for people because there's so many different people from around the world. Like, you're bound to find a group of people that you feel comfortable in and that welcome you. And like, yeah, like most places I go to and people I meet, I feel welcome. Usually when I tell people I'm from Syria, they're always like, oh, like they're surprised. But I mean, yeah, like a few years back people wouldn't know what Syria is, but now because of everything that's happening, they know, they hear it in the media what's going on. And yeah, it's kind of, it makes it awkward when I'm talking to someone, but I never felt like unwelcomed or like discriminated against when I'm talking to someone. I would give my friends advice or my younger self, I would say to like try to absorb as much as I can, because when you first go to a new place or you move to a new place, everything's new, everything's exciting, but then when you get used to it, you stop noticing things. So I would say like try to absorb as much as you can, and also like to enjoy living here. I mean, in North America, it's like one of the best places to live in the world, where you're respected as a human being and you have your rights and everything. So try to like enjoy that and be grateful for what you have.
More than 1 in 5 Canadians are foreign-born, meaning that there were over 7 million foreign-born individuals who came to Canada through the immigration process in 2016 alone. Recently, 17.8% of people immigrating to Canada moved to Quebec. I am Source. I represent Montreal as a cultural metropolis. Do you feel at home?
My name is Teresa Mendoza. I'm 28 years old. Basically, I'm from Venezuela, and we've been under a brutal dictatorship for 20 years now. And we chose Montreal because basically we needed an out from our country. My dad lost his job due to political views. Also at some point because we used to be like really active and we would protest a lot. My brother got in prison by political reasons too. We were all the time like trying to change the situation of the country, like many people, because they have a lot of opponents. But we felt like the situation wouldn't change, even at some point, even if the president would leave, they had put the country in such a bad situation that like to get up again would be really hard. And honestly, it was the best decision because my parents started to apply to come here in 2005, and now it's almost 15 years after, and the situation only has like worsened. There is no food. There's like it's really dangerous in the street. Like anyone could kill you because they want to rob you and take your shoes. People cannot eat, and there's no freedom. There's whatever you say that it's against the government, it will put you in trouble. So we basically didn't want to live in a country that didn't offer us quality of life or freedom of speech or the like ability to eat or so many things. So that's why we decided to move. I didn't know much about Canada. I knew the stereotype was that everybody is so nice and everybody says sorry all the time for whatever. That's not specific to Montreal, that's more Canada in general, I guess. Canada was like a very good option in terms of quality of life and in terms of a welcoming country. I think I do feel at home in Montreal. Me personally, I have a tendency to like fall in love like with a city after a certain amount of time. Like I was in love with my hometown. I was like, this is the best town in the world, and now I'm here and I'm like, Montreal is the best town in the world. And it's also that I don't feel at home because I still have a lot of family back in Venezuela, so I guess for me to be complete, I would have to have them too. But other than that, I feel like Montreal has been really welcoming to me, and I feel happy here. Yes, you do miss some things, but I guess you learn to live with that sense of nostalgia, and you learn to be happy anyway. Basically, when I came here, I had a bunch of emotions mixed. It's hard to explain because when I was on the plane, I cried a little bit and I was like angry, but at the same time when I got here and I saw all of that snow, I was like excited and happy, and I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Something that a lot of immigrants say when they come here is like, how do you like Canada? What do you think of Canada? And a lot of people think and say it's very cold. And yes, it is. But for me, because of I come from such a warm place that it's in like such a bad shape, for me the cold means I'm in a better place. So feeling cold is feeling I'm in a great country. So I don't complain so much about that. And yeah, I'm very happy here. Like adaptation takes a lot of time, and I don't think I'll ever see home as I used to see it before. It's just a different kind of home. But I do feel at home, especially because I think when you have loved people around you, you're at home wherever you are.
61.8% of newcomers to Canada from 2011 to 2016 were born in Asia, while newcomers from Americas and Oceania represented 12% and 0.7% respectively. 2 in 5 Canadian children have an immigrant background. I am Source. I represent Montreal as a cultural metropolis.